What's up, YouTube? Mike with Mike's Manga on here, finally back again, and today it's finally time to go through all of our manga pickups for the last month and a half. With the holiday season included, we have a lot to get through, so without further ado, let's get started. Right, so as I was saying, with the holiday included, we definitely have a lot more manga to get through this month than I do in a normal month. This was the first year I really started collecting manga as a hobby, so for Christmas, a lot of people got me manga and books and gift cards for the holiday. So on top of what I usually already buy myself, I had an even bigger pile. So without further ado, let's just get through all of it, and here we go. All right, so starting with the new releases that came out for the month, I'm gonna go through these super quick because these are series we've talked about a bunch of times already before. So real quickly, for new releases, we picked up the latest Shaman King Omnibus, volume 16, 17, 18. I'm loving these. We got the Demon Slayer Stories of Water and Flame. I didn't even know this was coming out. I happened to see it. I was like, oh, definitely gonna get that one. We've got Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 13. We got Chainsaw Man Volume 8. Perhaps the newest release we got here is Dragon Ball Super Volume 15. This is the end of the Moro Saga. Really excited to finally read this one. And then last for new releases, we picked up the third hardcover of The Fist of the North Star. All right, so the next few volumes are actually a couple thrift store finds. I was actually really excited to finally find manga at a thrift store because I have really bad luck doing that. But I was able to pick up Dragon Ball the time I got reincarnated as Yamcha. I've always seen this and thought it was the funniest thing ever. I didn't know what it was about, actually. I always thought it was just like some throwaway, but I'm actually kind of excited to read this. It looks really funny, and I'm happy I didn't have to pay $10 because it's really, really short. So we got that one. We picked up the Prince of Tennis Volume 9 here. I got a few volumes of this. This is not a series I'm like highly focused on right now, but eventually I'd like to read this and get through it. It's a childhood classic of mine. And then I also found volume 1 of Noragami. I've heard of this a lot too. I don't know anything about it, but I know it was like more of a popular series, especially with the Kodansha series. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna pick this up. Maybe I'll read it one day, maybe I'll like it. We'll see what goes from there. But those are 3 thrift store finds. Was really happy to find these because I never find manga at the thrift store. All right. Coming in next is a hardcover. I picked up this in the Barnes & Noble 50% off all hardcovers. They had a sale after Christmas like that, so series like Berserk, Vinland Saga, and of course here JoJo's would be half the price they normally are. Problem was I went to the store really late and there wasn't much left, but I did pick up JoJo's Part 1 Volume 2. I already have Part 1, so I figured I might as well just keep on with the only part that I have for right now. The one I really want to read though is Part 3. I think that's the most maybe the most popular part or the most famous part from what I'm aware of at least. But happy to get this. Now there's only one more volume I need to finish out Part 1, so happy about that too. And one day I will eventually read this too. All right, the next two are a big restock that happened in the last month. I was really excited for this one because I finally got Volume 2 and 3 of Spy Family. I picked up Volume 1 like right at the beginning of my manga hunt as it was a recommendation for me based on just like TikToks and videos I saw online. But then finding the rest of them were like impossible, and it took almost like 7 months for any of them to even think about coming back in stock. So I'm happy I can finally read this. I hear the anime is coming out. It's gonna be really good, so I'm really hoping to do that. Read enough to get ready for that, my bad. And then hopefully I just need 4, 5, and 6 now, but those are pretty easy to find at this point. I'm probably pick them up next time at the bookstore. I really like this. So happy to finally find the 2 harder to find Spy Families and add them to the collection. All right, so the next pickup is a series that's been in every single one of these videos so far, and I think it's gonna be like that for a while. But we picked up Volume 5, 14, and 15 of Yu Yu Hakusho. Right, so at this point now with this series and how hard it is to find, I figured it'd just be easier to just get the vibes as I see them. So I happened to see these 3 in the wild and online while I was around. Some of these were actually a gift, so I'm appreciative of that too. So right now I'm maybe about half of the way through Yu Yu Hakusho now, but the rest of the volumes are really, really hard to find. I've been trying kind of every day, searching like eBay and like thrift sites and stuff like that, but I've had no luck. But I'm really happy that I was able to find these ones for now. So hopefully by the end of this year, it's probably be a goal, I can finish out Yu Yu Hakusho and we can stop talking about these in every single pickup video that we do. All right, coming in next is some rapid fire Christmas gifts. We got Platinum End Volume 4. We've got Way of the House Husband Volume number 2. We got Komi Can't Communicate Volume 6. I cannot believe this finally came back in stock. I'm so excited to finally keep reading and collecting Komi because I told myself I'd stop until I got this volume. And then we also got Assassination Classroom Volume 3 and 4. Still haven't read this series yet, but I'm happy to have more books in case I'm enjoying it, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to be. I enjoy everything that I read. So, Assassination Classroom 3 and 4, also adding to the collection. All right, coming in next is another series we've talked about a lot on this channel so far. It is Haikyuu. We picked up Volume 30. We got 31. This was out of stock for a while. We got Volume 32. Volume 33. Volume 34, and then I also picked up Volume 37, 39, 41, and 42. So with this now, I only need 4 more volumes of Haikyuu to finally finish the set. I haven't read a volume since Volume 25. They were still kind of preparing to go to the spring tournament, so I'm really happy now to just burn through the rest of it. I'll probably pick up the 4 volumes before the end of this month, so you'll probably see those in the next video. And then it feels kind of bittersweet because Haikyuu was like one of the first series I wanted to collect when I got into manga, and now it's almost a year later and it's almost done. So it's like, wow, I'm kind of really proud of how far I've come in that sense. But I'm really excited to keep reading it. I'm gonna wait till I get the last 4 volumes and just kind of burn through the whole series, and we'll go from there. So that's Haikyuu. Of course, very, very excited to add those to the collection. All right. Up next is another series that I've been collecting for a while now, and that I'm almost done, and it feels really good to be that way, but it's the Yu-Gi-Oh set. So right now for Duelist, I picked up Volume 4, Volume 9, Volume 16, and Volume 23. So now with this, the only volumes I need now are 10, 11, and 14, and then that set's done too, which I can imagine will also come by the end of this month. So another bittersweet moment where a series that I started collecting from the beginning is coming to an end. All that leaves left, though, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium World, which has been tougher for me to find lately, but definitely very excited to add these to the collection. Once again, my goal is to have every volume of Yu-Gi-Oh! From the 1 through 7 kind of Season 0, through Duelist, through Millennium World, through R, and we're getting really, really close, and I'm really, really excited for that fact. All right, I forgot to add this one before in kind of the rapid fire, but I also picked up Whistle Volume 3. This was actually free from one of my thrift sites rewards programs, so I'm not going to complain to a free book. So there's Whistle Volume 3, nothing really to say about this one. All right, coming to the end here, only 2 series left to get through right now, but this next one's a big one, and another one that I'm really excited to finally complete, and that's Goodnight Poon Poon. We got Volume 4, Volume 5, Volume 6, and the last volume, Volume 7. I am so happy that these came back in stock and that I could finally read these and collect them. The first volume kind of like took me for a turn. I didn't really know where things were going, but I always hear just such great things about it, and I really, really want to read this. After I finish what I'm reading now, this is the next thing I'm going to read, so I'm really excited to do that. And what is it that I'm reading now? I guess we'll find out right now. All right, and last but not least, the biggest thing I picked up in this last month is the entirety of Attack on Titan. So this is the series I've been reading a lot lately right now. I'm kind of falling in love with it. I just got to the last season. I'm on volume like 26 right now. So I know a lot of polarizing things are said about the end, and it's definitely taken a turn that I wasn't expecting, but maybe you'll hear my thoughts about that when I finally finish the series. But for now, let's go through all the individual volumes and see what we got here. So we got Attack on Titan Volume 9 here. I'll note that I got most of these through the box sets. Here's Volume 10, except for the last couple, I got those just like loose because the box is not out yet. Here's Volume 11. They were on sale throughout the holiday, 12, 13. So I picked them up if I can find them. Also, some of them were a Christmas gift for me too. Here's Volume 14, 15. We got 16 here. 17, this is actually the start of what I would consider to be my favorite arc of the series. I couldn't put it down at this point. 18, 19. Here's 20, 21. And 22, this is the end of the 3rd season right here, and then we pick up the 4th season. This just box that just came out, we unboxed it not too long ago. Here's 23, 24, everything's falling over now, but here's 25, 26, 27, currently reading this one right now, as you can tell by the bookmark. Here's 28, 29, and then last but not least, we got volumes 30, 31, and 33, because I already had volume 2 and 34. So that's the latest thing I've been reading right now. That is the fastest I've probably ever completed a series that's longer than like 7 volumes. So I'm really excited about that. Those box sets came in clutch. I highly recommend buying those if you're gonna go for Attack on Titan. They're a lot cheaper online. Don't pay the retail price for them. But I'm loving this adventure right now. The return, I'm gonna butcher the name of it, but the second arc in the third season is probably one of my favorite arcs that I've ever read. I read that whole thing in like the span of just a day. I couldn't put it down. It was so good. I highly recommend this series. Will I do that after I read the ending? Who knows? But for right now, I definitely say it's worth the read. So that's all I picked up this month. As you can see, it was definitely a lot more than we usually do. And hopefully this month will probably slow down a little bit. I've been definitely going a little too fast. So, but I hope to have some series done by next month. We'll see where we're at by then. So until then, I'll see you guys then and have a great day.